What is going on, everyone? Dominic Dominator with Veterans Den channel, bringing you 5 places I spent Christmas downrange. During my military career, unfortunately, I spent a lot of time downrange during Christmas, and I think I was only home for Christmas in my whole career like 2 or 3 times, like very little. It seems like every time Christmas came around, I knew it was time to deploy. So I really wanted to do this video Christmas Eve, but never got a chance to do it because of family, traveling back and forth between here and Arizona and work and my son and just everything. So better late than never. Bear with me. I do apologize for this coming out after Christmas, but let's jump right into this. This is 5 places I spent Christmas downrange. So first up, in no particular order, but the first one is my very first Christmas I spent overseas, which was Okinawa, Japan, coming in straight out of high school into boot camp, into military A school, or what we call A school in the Navy, for equipment operators out in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. From there, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, I landed in Pearl Harbor Navy, did my combat training there, and then directly joined NMC-4, who was already in Okinawa, Japan. I was away from home. I did get homesick because this is my first time actually away from home and just being away from my family for Christmas. But I really got connected with all the other guys out there and all the people. And I realized the whole military family aspect and how the MWR really does what it can to bring the holidays to you, and you can still have fun. Even the chow hall, mess hall, galley, whatever you want to call it, we call it a galley, put on a good spread for us while we were downrange. But for me, I went to the Kadena Air Base because the Air Force had a better galley than ours, so definitely went to go have Christmas dinner there, which was off the hook. So my very first Christmas away from home would be one of my memorable spots I was deployed to, which was Okinawa, Japan. Next one, we got Dover Air Base. So on my way to Iraq via C-5 Galaxy plane, in Dover Air Base, we had a broken down plane. We had to land. And in December of 2020, we spent Christmas in an air wing hangar, just on cots and on the floor, freezing. It was snowing. And of course, we're all in our summer camis. Those of you who don't know, the summer camis have like little breathable pocket squares and everything so you don't get hot. So we pretty much froze. They did get us some of those emergency blankets, and we just pretty much camped out in the corner of a hangar, all huddled up, trying to keep warm. But it was pretty funny because we would go out in town to at least go get something to eat and all that other stuff. And we're just walking around with our desert camis. And it was funny because a lot of people saw us, and we would hold signs that said, to Iraq or bust, or which way is the desert, and all around us there's like 3 feet of snow, 4 feet of snow. But it was really good. A lot of people took us in. A lot of people offered to bring us food. A lot of people said, hey, spend Christmas with us. So that was really nice. I remember that. As cold as we were, as funny as it was, wearing desert camis in the middle of snow, you felt all the warm and fuzzies from people offering and giving during the Christmas season, especially in transition on the way to Iraq for the Iraq War in 2003. Albania will be number 3 on my list. So once again, no particular order, just keeping it in order out of 5. So 3 out of 5. In Albania, we were out there in the middle of nowhere. We were about 7 miles from the embassy. We're just pretty much out there alone. So we made the best of what it was, which was somehow our OIC and our chief, who was the senior enlisted guy in charge, AOIC, managed to get all these gifts together. And like little kids, we woke up, we walked into our lounge because we kind of had the day off. We had the first half of the day off, and then we had to go to work to continue building our projects out there and then also run security. But we woke up and bam, there you are. There's a bunch of like stockings, presents, as everything gathered around our TV. We didn't have a tree, but we had a TV, and that was pretty much the focal point of our lounge. So that was definitely nice. Was not expecting that. I was expecting maybe like, I don't know, candy or maybe fruits, a fruit basket. But that was very cool for all the people that were back home in Port Hueneme that threw this all together and sent it to us. Very grateful for that. That was very awesome. And like always, I felt a little less homesick because of that. So definitely thank you. I mean, if they're possibly watching the video, thank you. I appreciate it. I know all the guys appreciate it. And that was just pretty awesome. So that's what I remember from Albania. Number 4 on my list is Iraq. So one of the times I went to Iraq, we were out on Al Assad. We're out there with one of the SEAL teams doing combat support and other operations with the SEAL teams. But for Christmas, we're all up late, and for some reason, we kept on getting these boxes full of candy canes, just tons and tons of boxes. So we're sitting there actually bored trying to think of what to do. So what we did was a lot of us had bikes. We kind of scrapped together bikes and made bikes together. As you can see in one of these pictures, here's me with my bike that I created and, looking all hood and everything. But what we did is we end up loading up all these candy canes on our side-by-sides and bikes. And we did what we called the candy cane run. We all rolling around in a big convoy, driving around Al Assad Air Base, and we're just out there handing out candy canes. It's literally going up to Army. There was a couple of Marines, but it was mostly Army base. At that time, the Marines turned over the base to the Army. So we're going around, even giving it to the contracted security workers and all that, just spreading cheer and everything. And then we're just having fun, just riding around. We also had a big old boom box that had Christmas music playing and everything. So that was just kind of cool. That was really awesome. I really enjoyed that. That will for always be one of my favorite memories. And it was just awesome to do that with my platoon. And I actually missed that. That was fun. Every Christmas I actually always think of that and always brings a smile to my face and a tear to my eye because I do miss that. I do miss that part of being downrange. But that's Iraq. So last but not least, this one I only have one picture of, and that is due to the area I was in. I actually cannot talk about it, but doing some deep support, combat support. We were out in this area where we had to keep super low profile, had to be very hidden, couldn't be really noticeable where we are because we're actually out in the public. So one of the things we couldn't do is put up any Christmas or lights or anything. So what I did to kind of sneak this in is at an embassy, I grabbed some stuff, as you can see in this picture right here. I grabbed some stuff, made kind of like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. So I took a napkin, a styrofoam cup, some Jolly Ranchers, and I broke off a branch off a tree from the embassy of where we were, hidden at. So we go there, we go get some stuff, a couple of intel stuff and some supplies. And while they're doing that, I snuck around and just grabbed all this stuff and went back to, our little place where our little hiding hole. And I was able to set this up, give us something to make us feel like it's Christmas and that we can celebrate. So definitely, I'm a big fan of Christmas. I love Christmas. I love the holidays. So being able to do this made me feel better because I just felt kind of crappy that we couldn't put up lights. And, of course, I understood. We don't want to get spotted. We don't want to get seen and possibly kidnapped or hurt or anything like that. But this is actually one of my favorite pictures right here that I showed you. But that was Christmas in a covert operation type area, not being able to fully, fully enjoy the season and celebrate. But, I was able to get in there and squeeze it in and pop out a little Charlie Brown Christmas tree. So that is my 5 places I spent Christmas downrange. I would definitely love it for you guys who are watching this video, whether you're military or not, definitely go down into the comments and maybe whether it's downrange, if you're military, maybe share a memory or, hey, back in 1985, I did this for Christmas or whatever. Or even what was your favorite memory of Christmas or something you remember or enjoy? These are my 5 places. What are your favorite places or times you spent either downrange or back home for Christmas? Once again, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you guys gained lots of weight from eating good food, spending time with your family. That's what it's all about. Definitely coming up is New Year's tomorrow, New Year's Eve. So definitely Happy New Year to all of you out there. Thank you for supporting the show, or not the show. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting veterans. Thank you for supporting me. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification button. And please share with other veterans. And hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Carry on.